Welcome back to a baseball podcast, episode 2, guys. If you haven't listened to the first episode, go back and listen. That way you can get to know us a little bit, right?
That's right.
Welcome back, PJ. Welcome back, Jacob.
What's up?
Glad to be back.
Yeah.
How are you
How's it
guys
going?
doing today?
Good.
I'm all
excited,
right, you know.
Excited to talk some baseball.
We have a lot to talk about. We have the World Baseball Classic. We know the results. We know what happened. And we have a lot to discuss there. The final game I thought was awesome. Venezuela, USA, it could have went either way, honestly. I'm fine with the outcome. Honestly, this is a situation where I didn't care who won. I just wanted a good game, right? I'm not one of those America, you gotta win every time. I thought it was an awesome game. What'd you think?
I thought it was fun. I got a chance to watch it, and I think Venezuela, I don't know if some guys got more MLB experience since the last time, but their team is pretty loaded, way more than I remember last time around.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I can tell you this. I think the world teams, they want to do well. They got to get those guys who can play well. Team USA, I think they want to do well. They're getting a lot of bad press.
I just love seeing the plumbers pitch.
Plumbers.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Plumbers, electricians,
Yeah.
some HVAC guy hopping out there.
That's
my favorite thing.
It's like the high school kid pitching against Aaron Judge. That's pretty cool. You don't get that.
You don't get that every day.
No, that's kind of like not to always do this, but I think this is like something similar. Soccer is you get to some soccer competitions where you get people this huge difference in talent, and it's just cool to see that's why March Madness is going on right now. That's why I love that so much. It's like, oh, this team that shouldn't win won, and then Venezuela, who really shouldn't win, ended up winning.
You saw the video, Jacob. I think I showed you this. Some of the players for Team USA actually took off their second place silver medal while walking off the field. They're
Mason Miller, if you want to come on the podcast.
Mason Miller. Shout out Mason Miller. Aaron Judge, whoever it was. A lot of the players did this. I feel like they could have at least walked off the field and did that in the dugout.
Yeah, that's probably. I don't blame him for that because,
Felt a little sour.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I get it. You came to the championship and you didn't win. I don't want second place, but also, come on.
This ain't no Ricky Bobby stuff, guys. All right, you can be second, you can be third, you can be fourth. You're not last.
Right.
You didn't get knocked out immediately.
Yeah, I don't think it's something to be a bad sport about.
I mean, but you can't. Mason Miller, hold your head high. You pitched 4 innings, 10 strikeouts, 4 scoreless innings.
It's pretty good.
Nice.
I know ABS, if it was there, I know against the Dominican Republic, I know that last pitch was a little suspect. But that umpire was calling those low pitches all game long. Swing the bat a little bit, Venezuela. Juan Soto, it wasn't Juan Soto at the plate, but he's notorious for taking walks. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that was a situation where the hitter needs to swing the bat. Don't you think?
I'd agree with that.
Well, we've been talking about how much this tournament means, and something I thought was cool was the Venezuela pitcher, as he's getting the last out, is tears coming down his face, and then Ronald Acuna sitting out in right field, which something I didn't realize until afterwards was playing in Marlins Stadium, which is where he tore his ACL the first time out in right field, and then he gets to win the World Baseball Classic there. Yeah. So it was kind of a cool moment.
Moments. That's what that tournament's about. It's kind of Olympic-like in ways, but it's just about those moments, right? You may not. No one can tell you the scores of those games later, unless you're just that's your thing. You know who won, but it's just those moments you remember, right?
Definitely.
This quote from Juan Soto, I gotta read this to you, PJ and Jacob. Juan Soto says, "We showed the world who's got the best team in baseball." And they lost. He said that after the game.
I mean,
what a weird thing to say. I know they are good.
That's a very when you're getting beat as a little kid and you're like, I wasn't even trying. You find a way to always be like, nah, I'm actually the best. Well, you lost. And I get it. It's a 1-game elimination. It's not really fair. Like baseball, you need a lot more. But still, you lost.
Jacob, I wrote this down to ask you specifically because I think I know PJ's response to this.
Okay.
Should managers have to have major league managerial experience to coach in a tournament like the World Baseball Classic?
That's a good.
Because a lot of those guys
mean,
don't. I mean, Mark DeRosa, Albert
Should
Pujols.
NBA
I mean,
coaches be required to have NBA experience to coach NBA?
I think yes. I think that's better.
It's
How do
definitely
you-
a
how
leg
do
up,
you-
but how do you?
How do you get started if you don't have any?
Can't assistant coaches become coaches? Some of these guys.
Yeah.
aren't
There's
even
a
assistant
vast amount of
coaches.
people that just get a career in coaching.
Well,
you know,
it's
and like they know the game, they can explain the game, they can teach the game, they cannot perform the game,
Right.
and it's still like an invaluable asset to have, I think. However, I think it'd be really entertaining to see a bunch of old players as managers, so you could get that manager MLB game going that I really want to see.
These guys are former players. They know the game. But those chances in the game, like bringing in a certain pitcher in a certain situation or using a pinch hitter, that's not stuff that you just can learn on the fly all the time.
But I feel like we also kind of get into Moneyball territory here, right? Where you get a new set of eyes that are kind of untainted by playing the game.
That's true.
Sure.
They're able to see from the outside in.
What do you think, PJ?
I think maybe it's just because I have Mark DeRosa written down as a talking.
You
point
do?
as
Okay,
well,
let's
so
hear.
I think I was just gonna ask what we thought about him because I know he got a lot of criticism for, but I think on this topic before is it, I think a lot of people don't like him because it's Mark DeRosa. I think if it was like if Clayton Kershaw was the manager, people are like, oh, that's cool, I like that. But because it's, I think it's just because of who it is. Like Albert Pujols or Yadier Molina as manager, everyone likes that.
Mark DeRosa, we see on MLB Network a lot talking about the game. I think that the haters are just going to hate, especially when it comes to Team USA. They're an all-star team. Do they really need a big manager?
Yes.
But
And how hard is it to manage a bullpen? It's got Mason Miller and all these guys in
you
it.
choose not to use some of them. I know you're handcuffed by the team. Like the Padres probably said, don't use Mason Miller unless it's a safe situation or something like that. I don't know if they said that, but I get that. This is a little different in this situation. But, man, the last time the U.S. won the World Baseball Classic,
Mark DeRosa.
was it Mark DeRosa?
I think
We
so.
need to
No.
look this up.
You're, it was Adam Jones was on the team. He made that catch. It was like 2017.
I'm drawing a blank on who it was.
2017.
Mark DeRosa, if you hear this and want to come on the show and clear it up for us, that'd be
of
great.
course, Mark DeRosa.
Absolutely. Shout out to Mark DeRosa.
Shout out Mark DeRosa.
But, I think it's a tournament that will be played again. I think
Yes.
it's not going to go away. You're going to have the haters, and you're going to have people who love it.
How
I
often
think
do they
that
play it again?
I think it's supposed to be every 4 years, but I think COVID messed it up because it's supposed to be 21.
Classic COVID.
And then it got moved to 23.
COVID messed a lot of things up.
I think what this tournament needs to get to the next level is obviously, hey, don't pitch Mason Miller 6 days in a row. If you're the Padres, you're telling them that. But it shouldn't be like hey, don't use Palencia unless it's a ninth inning save. Because in the World Cup, or the Olympics in hockey, those guys go out full. There's no, hey, don't, those guys, I know in hockey they're not making as much, but those guys are making, as much as they are for their sport, like they are in baseball, and they're going out and playing, and I get, but hockey, they can get hurt or hitting each other, so that's what I think the bar that needs to be cleared for this tournament to really, and maybe that'll make it where this thing is completely unfair because some of the teams where it's 3 good teams now because,
Right.
But
Can I throw a curveball at Jacob for just a second? Jacob,
Yeah.
let's just throw a hypothetical out there.
Okay.
You are Team USA's manager.
Yeah.
And it's your job before the game to throw out an inspirational speech so that team will win. Can you hook us up with something off the top of your head? Inspirational speech. Team USA, let's go.
Who are we playing?
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter in this situation.
It kind of matters to me. I mean,
We're playing the Galactic Empire.
oh God. Okay. So I'd walk in there, I'd I'd head in and I'd be, all right, boys. We got a big one today. All right. I'm going to need everyone's A game. All right. Every single person. Judge, you might not make it through the game, honestly. I'm going to run you into the ground.
Darth Vader might kill you, Aaron
Darth
Judge.
Vader might kill you on the fucking mound. On the mound, he might take you out. He's not on the mound, so I don't know why he'd be there, but
As you're running out to the field, he might.
I don't
get
know.
you.
Anything could happen. We have to be prepared. We have to be ready. And I just want everyone to have a good game and have fun out there, okay? Good luck, guys.
Are you inspired, PJ? Are you inspired?
Oh, I mean, I think if I'm Aaron Judge, I'm ready to go.
You're ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
You're ready to step on that mound, even though you don't pitch.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe as in go, I mean not.
You're
go.
ready to leave.
Yeah.
You're
Mason
ready to
Miller?
get out of there.
Don't want
Mason,
Darth
I'm
Vader
going to
to
need you
kill.
throwing more low balls.
Oh,
All
my
of 'em.
goodness.
Keep them down.
You know,
Maybe if Yoda is the umpire, it'd be perfect.
maybe Jacob
be
should
perfect.
not be giving an inspirational
No.
speech toward the team.
No.
I don't
Maybe
know
not.
I honestly don't know half the players on the team.
You know, and sometimes
But
that's
you-
not the point.
You know what though? Maybe that would be perfect manager is someone that comes out there and goes, "Who is this guy, Aaron Judge?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're playing terrible, buddy. You're out of here."
Honestly, I mean, I would look at it purely from the stats point of view, and I don't know how they did. So, like,
That's not a terrible idea.
I wasn't paying attention to Team USA for the
Well,
WBC.
here's something that you do need to pay attention to.
What you got?
Today's pickle.
All right. Pickle is back, everybody. We did so well last time. Jacob did well last time.
It took 6 guesses to eventually get to Miles Straw, but got there.
Okay. And
you want to throw a player out first?
I think Charleston.
Charles, you should start
I've
this one
thought
off.
about this, and we haven't talked about this guy yet. I feel like we just need to today. I'm going to throw out a relief pitcher for the Phillies just because I'm not going to throw out the big names right now. Let's go with Zach Pop.
I don't
As soon as he,
Zach.
as soon as he said
Reliever,
Phillies relief
Philadelphia
pitcher.
Phillies. He's not related to Zach Top, the singer,
No.
but it sounds
no.
like him.
This is Zach Pop.
Zach Pop. What a great name.
All right, so that's NL East.
NL East, that's the
Hopefully we-
Philadelphia Phillies.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully that lines up with something.
as we know, pitchers don't hit. So PJ had to tell me which way Zach Pop hits. But I know we're going to find out. Did Zach Pop get us any information at all? I just got a Philly, and I hate the Phillies. But I like Zach Pop.
Do you like him just because of the name?
Yes.
I think it's a great name here, and also I think it was a great guess, Charles.
Really? What do you have? What kind of information?
So Zach Pop, team and division is incorrect, but bats and throws is correct. So he throws right.
Perfect.
And he bats right?
He bats right.
Okay.
Yep. At the father-son game, he bats right.
Awesome.
USA is incorrect. Age 29 is, let me just double check, is orange.
Oh, orange.
And position relief pitcher is correct.
It's a relief
Wow.
pitcher.
It's a relief pitcher.
What a great first guess. A reliever.
This isn't a Garrett Hawkins, by the way. This is a guy who's pitched.
I didn't think it was going to be a
It's-
Garrett Hawkins.
To
Shout
be
out
fair,
Garrett
is
Hawkins.
Zach Pop like a Garrett Hawkins? Or is,
Zach Pop is pitched. Let's see. 162 innings. That's a pretty good amount.
yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty
So
good.
it's probably not Yasver Zulueta, right?
Oh, wow. Who does he pitch for?
Oh, he pitches for the Mariners.
The Mariners. I
yeah,
mean,
I was looking at the pronunciator for his name, making sure I got it right.
you could have said that wrong. I wouldn't even have known.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, but if he's listening, come on the show, Mr.
Yeah.
Zulueta.
Of
So
course.
NL East and team and division are just wrong.
Right.
So it's either American League West or American League Central.
True.
And you
right?
said 29 is orange?
29 is orange.
Right.
And as a
right.
reminder, orange on age is within 2 years, either way. So
Let me try Bizardo. Edward Bizardo.
you know what's funny is I actually almost picked him because he was on the front of Baseball Reference.
I love him.
because he's Venezuelan.
Hey, I think that's a great guess.
Hey,
Right-handed, correct?
right-handed.
That's where I get messed up in that.
Yeah, Charles, you like to pick the left-handed players who are 39 years old and possibly not playing anymore.
When you watch a lot of baseball, age is like weird because you can watch a team and some players stay on a team a long time. So
I'm
I don't
surprised you
remember
haven't thrown
when they
Chipper
joined the
Jones out
team.
there yet.
Yeah, well, Chipper doesn't play anymore.
You've thrown a couple players out there that don't play anymore.
Ryan Braun.
Not on the show, mind you.
Okay.
No, that's just in our free time pickles.
Edward Bizardo.
Indeed.
Team is incorrect.
Okay.
Division is orange.
Okay.
Bats throws is correct. Venezuela is incorrect. Age 30 is orange, and position is correct.
Okay.
So
So it's not the It's Mariners, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's not
it's
AL
not.
West.
So it's AL Central.
do we want to go on to
Yeah, let's go on to something
something else?
We'll
and
come back to that.
Think about it for a minute.
PJ, if you had to come up with a baseball team that was all the same first name
Ooh. Like with current players.
with current players, I mean, Charles
Give
and I
him a
tried this
name.
earlier.
Give him the name.
Go with Jacob.
Pick
Jacob-
a whole Jacob team.
whole Jacob team.
DeGrom, Jacob Wilson,
Let's list it off. The positions. DeGrom is doing what?
starting pitcher.
Okay.
Jacob Wilson's playing what?
Shortstop.
Shortstop. Yeah.
He is playing shortstop.
Jacob Mizorowski. Throw him in there. He could be our
Our relief
He could be
pitcher.
our relief pitcher.
Yeah.
Reliever.
I love his name, Mizorowski.
Is Jacob
That's great.
Stalling still around? I love that guy. Catcher.
He is catching.
He's a good catcher.
Now,
Yep.
PJ, you can put Jakes in here too.
You can
Are we
put
doing
Jakes in
that?
here.
Yeah.
Jakes are Jacobs. It's like a finger
That's
thumb
true. That's
situation.
true.
You know.
I have one for you if you need help. Come to me as your lifeline. I have one for you that you can put on this team.
It's a bit of a cheat because Charles and I did this earlier.
Okay.
We were thinking about it for you.
Would you like me to add to your roster?
Sure.
Third base, Jake Berger.
I'm not putting Jake Berger at third
Come
base.
on.
I'm putting him at like DH or first base or something.
He's a great name.
Yeah.
Okay, you can play him somewhere else.
I'm not putting him. That guy.
But if you have to make a roster here, he's got to come up with something competitive.
Yeah, I'm trying to win. I'm the Jacob.
You
Cool
could have,
guys are trying to win the championship.
We could have the
here.
Jacobs versus the Joeys versus the Mikes.
I was thinking, yeah,
versus the
Mike was one.
Jose's.
I was thinking, I don't know. That's actually a really
But
good question. Because
you know
do you go for like what if you don't have, you have like 9 players?
We know what to do.
What do you do?
You put pitchers out of position.
Yeah, you put
Okay,
pitchers
so you
out
just
of
fill
position.
any at that
Fill.
point. You're just filling with Jacobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Okay,
just
so
fill.
like if I click on Jacob Blatz, he's just going in the outfield.
I want it to be noted that I did not have to put any pitchers out of position for this,
Okay.
I learned.
but I did have to sacrifice some talent.
Okay.
Google
See, that's what I'm
told me
saying.
Jacob's one of the most popular names in the big leagues right now.
That's what I'm saying is do you go purely like, all right, our top 7 is going to be really, really good and the rest is going to just be, I mean, because also, these guys aren't outfielders, but they're professional baseball players.
they're athletes.
But it's not going to be Mike Trout. But if you
No.
go Mike and you get Mike Trout, Michael Harris, and, like 4 guys who are
Right.
good, do you go with that or do you go with filling out a team with Jacobs?
Conventional wisdom would say that pretty much all of them can get by playing almost any of these positions, right? But I mean, you kind of want to pick what's best for the box there, right?
To be fair, now I don't know if this team would be awesome, but the all Jacob team looked competitive to me when you look it up. So if you,
I'm thinking Jacobs. I think you could build a decent team. You might have to move some guys into some.
Do you want to hear what I
Yeah,
got?
sure. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
So we got DeGrom pitching,
Of course.
Mizorowski as our reliever. We got Stallings at catcher. We have Jake Bowers at first base.
Okay.
We have Jake Cronenworth, second base.
Nice.
Jacob Wilson, shortstop. Jake Berger, third
don't
base.
hate.
That was Charles's pick.
Hey, you got to get the line. Get
and
the
this
bats in
this is
the
where I
game.
started having to kind of like sacrifice a little bit. Jacob Young is center field.
Okay.
Jake McCarthy is left field. And Jake Mangum right field.
Hey, Jake Mangum was good in college at Mississippi
Yeah.
State.
I think he could pull it together. If we're doing purely names versus names, I think that could be something competitive.
I think we need to keep doing this.
I think we do. I think we need to start putting together like a ranking. So as of right now, Jacob, I'm sure we could fill one more guy to put a DH
Yeah.
in there. But
Yeah.
as of right now, Jacob's the winner.
yeah.
I think it's gonna be tough to beat that. I think having 10 and then 2 good pitchers,
Yep.
and then I'm looking at Jacob Latz right here. He had a 2.84 last.
I
I don't know
saw
who this
him.
guy is, but
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
Are
I don't
we
either.
allowed to dip into the minors, or is it just?
I think it's just big leaguers.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I
Well,
see this is a
I
hit
think
game.
I think it'd be more fun if Jacob DeGrom's playing right field. He could hit well.
But he's
There
injured
was-
a lot.
There is
Yeah.
a ton of Jacob pitchers that we could put in his place. I mean, if we have Mizorowski starting and then someone else as a reliever, that's not that big of a shakeup.
I don't know.
What if we put Stallings as our starting pitcher and move the whole thing around? That would be.
You know, on Yahoo Fantasy Baseball, if a player even goes near a base or like eligible, so like if the shortstop is playing second for a third of an inning, they'll make him eligible at second,
I like that.
and he never played second.
I like that.
I like that too.
I'm gonna one up you guys with my team right here. It's the all Freddie team. It's just Freddie Freeman and Freddie Fermin. It's just them.
Just the two of them?
Just the two of them. And Freddie Peralta's our pitcher.
That team would
Just the
win.
two
Yeah.
of them.
We just have a bunch of guys named Fred.
Just Fred.
Yeah.
Fred all over. I love that idea. That's fun.
At Peach. I'm going to go Framber Valdez.
Framber Valdez.
Actually, no, I'm
he's
not.
a starter. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a starter and he's left throwing.
Hey,
Way
that's
pull
the
a
best one.
Charles.
But that name, Framber, oh, it got me.
I love that.
What
All
about-
Freddy's?
What? No, sorry, that one's also left. This is a tough one.
Okay, Charles. I have a one to pose to you here.
All right, hit me.
Kenley Jansen's from.
When you go to a baseball game, now some people are different. They eat before, and they might just get a
Sure.
candy or something. But I always like to get something to eat. You know, obviously they're expensive. You know, but maybe just one thing. What do you look for? You're going to a ball game. You say, I'm going to get something to eat. What are you looking for that's not a hot dog,
Right.
nachos, pretzel,
I follow you.
something that's like kind of, you know, maybe not unique, obviously, but that
Yeah.
that you're like, oh, you know,
Well, the thing is, you could go unique. You have to seek it out. You have
Right.
to use the app. You know,
I'm saying maybe more anytime you go to a ball game.
you say take nachos off the plate, but you know what? Barbecue nachos hit different.
That's different.
That's what I would go
I'll allow
for.
that. 'Cause
I feel like it gives you substance and
Yeah.
it's like a good snack.
sometimes there's some places good barbecue nachos.
Yeah, if you go to the Northwest Arkansas Naturals,
Yeah, I was just thinking
They
not-
have awesome
not
barbecue
terrible. Yeah, I actually
nachos.
like those.
so and I mean, think about it. You can just drizzle with barbecue sauce, and you have the cheese.
Right.
What's the hate
Yeah,
here?
I agree.
I seek that out. You know, sometimes I go to the basics, but I don't know. I kind of like a savory thing over a sweet thing, unless you're looking at some of these really awesome ice cream sundaes like they have for the Phillies, the Swore Bomb Sundae.
Yes. Yes.
I saw that. You
Yes.
showed me that. That
I-
looks awesome.
It looks so filling, but
Sweet.
also so good. It looks like you would be sitting there by the seventh inning ready to take a nap. But I want to try it.
I gotta tell you what's on that. I had to look up what was on that.
I think
just so I
Fruity
could talk
Pebbles are
about
on
it.
there. Anything Fruity Pebbles, I'm interested.
It
So,
is filled with soft serve ice cream and topped with a funnel cake fried strawberry, uncrustable,
that sounds
fresh
crazy.
strawberry sauce, and fruity cereal pieces. They call them fruity cereal pieces. They're fruity pebbles, right?
They could be the. They could
Well,
be the
you
great
can't say
value.
that.
Yeah.
You can't say
You
that,
can't-
but you know
You
what?
can't say they're Fruity
They
Pebbles.
could be the
unless,
great
like,
value brand.
Absolutely, they could
Which
be.
is
They
the better one.
probably are.
Look, Jacob, here's a picture of it. You know,
That looks like it would make my teeth hurt, but I would eat
Well,
it.
But exactly.
Is that a donut in there?
It's an uncrustable.
That's
It's a deep
Uncrustable.
fried uncrustable.
those little sandwiches.
I'm
you get?
100% eating that thing.
Yeah,
dude.
and then you're
A
gonna be the
deep-fried
rest of the day. You're
Uncrustable?
gonna regret it, but you're gonna be like, that was so good.
Dude.
I would
s-
regret it immediately.
Yeah.
I already got stomach problems. That is gonna send me
I'm
to the
regretting
bathroom.
it thinking about it.
And you know,
My stomach's tightening up. Yeah.
Yeah.
if I had to go wait in line at a Phillies game, I wouldn't hate that.
Well, see, the problem is that's something you can only eat that. You can't have a
Oh.
beer and a hot dog.
No.
Sir
Before or
Anthony
after?
Dominguez.
Sir Anthony Dominguez is your guess?
Yeah.
That's a great guess because Sir Anthony Dominguez is correct.
Jacob for the win again. Jacob, we don't have to do this, but mentally on the scoreboard, you are 2-0.
Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
How did you just come up with that fast?
I'm scanning all the teams. All
You're
the,
so
all
good
the
at
AL
that.
Central teams. I scanned them real quick and I just kind of guessed. There's not a whole lot of right-handed. Since the season's starting, I mean, the teams
Yeah.
are starting to actually like solidify a little bit for those 40-man rosters.
Right.
There's not that many non-American players,
Yeah.
like foreign-born players.
That's
that are,
the key.
That are pitching right-handed right now.
You
in
just
their
gotta
30s.
find
Central.
what you're gonna narrow it down. Like
Yeah.
if,
Fair.
if you're just gonna, I'm gonna look for age and country. or something like that, or position in country or whatever.
That's what does it a lot.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'll take a win. I picked a player that helped us out the first choice.
Absolutely.
I thought it was good.
I'm-
You know what he deserves?
What's that?
The 2-foot-long machete quesadilla at Miami Marlins.
I would totally go.
Look, there's a picture of PJ.
I saw that. Dog. You know
That's
for
crazy.
a fact we could, like, the three of us could go and get that, and us from like 6 beers. That's the whole game.
That's
right
a great day.
That's the whole
Carne
game right there,
asada?
dude.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm actually really down for that.
That's the whole
That
day right
sounds
there. That
amazing.
sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know if you read this, Jacob, but it comes in its own carrying case. You have
As
to
it
carry
should.
this thing
Dude,
around.
That's like That's like at
Take
the,
that home. Carry other stuff.
That's
in it.
like in like you ever seen in German soccer they have the carrying that's like 12
Yes.
beers. That's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
I should be able to not worry about if what I just spent $455
Yes.
on is going to make it to my seat.
Give me a milk crate,
Yes.
and I'm gonna carry the whole thing with pride.
I don't
to my
mind.
seat. I don't care. I don't.
I
Put
would
some
go to a
advertisements
Marlins
on the
game.
outside of it.
I'll stack it up for other people. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
You need some? Give it to me.
Yeah.
Marlins, if you want to send us this, we'll try this on
Yeah.
the show.
Yep.
I would go to a Marlins game just for this.
Even if they weren't playing the Braves.
Even if they weren't playing the Braves.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I would go to a Marlins game, any game, if you guys want to just send stuff.
Hey.
Yeah. So I think
that.
what this means is we just talked about 2 NL East foods. I think
Yeah.
we need to go on a NL East trip there.
Probably. Soon,
Wow,
yeah.
that would be
Yeah.
awesome. I always thought
Live
about going to all the
podcast
games.
from Philly Stadium.
Yeah, that'd be
or
really
whatever
cool.
it's
That would
called.
be hilarious.
We came with our same setup. No one will know what we're doing.
Nope.
But you know what? It'll be fun. Have you ever thought about trying to go to ballparks?
I
all
think I would
around?
rather push you guys into traffic before I have to shove all this
No.
and sneak it into
Oh.
a stadium.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
get you a
fair.
carrying case like they have for
if-
that
If we
quesadilla.
can get the carrying case from the Marlins first, then I think I can
Yeah.
sneak it in.
What did you ask me?
What have you ever thought about trying to go to all the? I know you were you saying your dad did
Yeah,
this?
yeah. Well, okay. So my dad definitely has like a list of.
Yeah.
I think he's got like 13 or 14. I know all the ones I've gotten, but I don't remember. But it's not like a.
I think that it would be fun, but the ones out west are so separated.
Right. You gotta like that's my dad came up with like a numbered trip or how many
Yeah.
we hit because we always talked about doing a Hall of Fame trip where we hit all the
Yeah.
Hall of Fames and then also hit like
That's fun,
Cincinnati,
too.
Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia.
On your dad's list, if the team gets a new stadium, you have to go again, don't you? So I mean, it's just like there's so many of them, but that would be so fun,
It would be, yeah.
man.
Well, Charles, you want to hit the walk off and send us home?
Yeah, so we're gonna do our 3 things we all do every show. At the end of the show, I'm going to do the lefty of the day. I thought outside of the box a little bit today, not that far outside, but a little bit. I'm picking the Big Amish, Nick Kurtz.
You love the big.
He's
Amish.
6'5".
He loves that nickname.
6'5". Come on, the Big Amish. He's not gonna have a sophomore slump this season. He's gonna be awesome for the
Shouts out
A's.
the big Amish.
Shout
If you can
out.
Shout
fit,
out.
if you think you can fit in the studio, come on down. Join the show.
Absolutely.
And for my segment, now here's a guy. I want to shout out to a former Brave, Martin Prado.
Yes.
I think I'd already changed the parameters on this already, but that's okay. Martin Prado was a one-time All-Star, but he was just a super utility guy, great team player. Everybody loved him. So
I loved Martin
shout
Prado.
out Martin Prado. Had a good
Shouts
long
out
career.
Prado.
Shout out.
And for my player of all time, I'm gonna give you guys Rube Waddell.
Oh,
Oh.
The
shout
man,
out
the
Rube.
myth, the legend, Rube Waddell.
Hall of Famer.
He is a Hall of Famer. He actually hasn't played. I mean, he hasn't been alive since like the 1910s. But he's batting right, throwing left, and you cannot have anything shiny in the crowd. You can't let any fire trucks go by. You can't have dogs go by. You can't have anything nearby like running water or any sort of distraction because this man was an absolute freak of nature. Absolute freak of nature. He would leave a game in the middle of an inning while pitching or whatever he was doing. Yeah, pitching. And then he would just take off, go fishing. He'd go cast a line. You know? You got to love that kind of attitude
Absolutely.
with that.
You do.
And he was just demolishing these other teams at the same time.
He was. His numbers are actually really good. He won a Triple Crown.
At Triple Crown. We got a 58.4 WAR.
That's hey, shout out.
Shouts
Shout out
out Rube
Rube
Waddell.
And here's our quote of the day, guys. This is from Humphrey Bogart, an old actor. He said, "A hot dog at a game beats roast beef at the Ritz."
I agree.
Catch you next time.